Hey, what is up? Welcome to the Secret Agent Showcase, where we spotlight members of our thriving community of secret agents. I'm Tom, social media manager for Secret Foundation, supporting Secret Network. And today we're going to profile an agent, ask a few questions, and get to know them just a little bit better. Today on the show, we have Skrilla. Skrilla, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the Secret Agent Showcase.
I'm great, thanks, Tom. It's good to be here with you. I've been looking forward to this for a while. So yeah.
We were talking off mic before we got started. This is the first time you've really doxed yourself in the ecosystem before. So yeah, great to have you on board. And I'm the guy that ruined everything for you. So you're welcome.
You're not quite the first one, but it's definitely happened now. So it's time to unveil the Skrilla.
There you go. Unveil the Skrilla. I like that. Sound like a movie title. That works for me. So listen, before we get started, if you're cool with it, I'd like us to kick things off with give me who you are and what you do here in the secret ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the one of the leaders of the Secret Agency, which is an early stage DAO. My kind of areas are engagement, negotiators, training people with leadership skills. I do a lot of events, I do a lot of university relations, and I also look after the beta testers as well in the agency. I'm originally from the UK, but I'm based in Spain, and I've got quite a lot of Web3 connections here in Spain as well, and also in Portugal. So I lead the secret agents with a group of 6 other individuals, and each one kind of covers different areas. And it's kind of a Web3 careers organization, mostly a recruitment program for Secret Network, but also a lot of education as well.
I think you just knocked out 3 questions with the first answer. That was awesome. We can just wrap this up and go home, kids. Uh, so, because that was my next segue is into your origin story, because I'm curious, how did you first get into Web3? And subsequent to that, why did you get involved with Secret Network to begin with?
Yeah, so well, how did I first get into Web3? Originally I was a product developer, going back a couple of years ago, and I was researching ways to bring Minecraft on chain, which is developing food products at the time, and bringing them through the concept to design and then route to market. Um, and in that world, you need an element of privacy. You don't want your competitors to get the jump on you when you've got a product um, in the development phase or in the manufacturing phase. You have to keep all of that information super secret. So I was looking into different chains and different solutions for supply chains and different solutions um, for manufacturing and that kind of thing. And Secret just stood out to me as a unique solution. In the Web3 industry, blockchain industry, they talk about this trilemma, which is every chain is trying to solve 3 problems: decentralization, security, and scalability. But no one is ever really considering the fourth dynamic, which is privacy. I think if this technology is going to become more prevalent and become adopted by industry, the industry that I was in, especially, then privacy is the most important factor for that. So Secret Network stood out, and I kind of joined at a time when the community was experiencing a rapid growth because it was a very good time in the markets, and I joined around the time of a pretty successful, um, pretty well-known airdrop last March, I believe, in 2021.
Why was I thinking you were here longer than that? I thought you were one of the OGs. What led me to believe that? Hey, does it feel like a long time for you, by the way? Does it feel like a flash? I mean, how's it feel since you've been here, I guess?
I feel like I feel like it feels like 10 years, but it's actually just been it's just it's been about a year and a half. There's this meme because I used to work in hospitality. I used to be a chef for 15 years, and there's this meme that's like it's like this old man, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Gordon's been working in hospitality for 5 years, but he's an old man. He's only 21 today." Something like that.
Oh,
It's kind of like that. The industry moves so fast, the space moves so fast that you're just constantly learning, constantly developing your skills, bringing other people up around you. So it's definitely it's definitely gone like a flash.
Yeah, I can relate to that honestly, especially on the job. Hours pass by during the day and you have no idea what time it is. So I can relate to that for sure. In terms of joining Secret Network, I'd like for us to go down the timeline, sort of dive down the rabbit hole of this. Starting off with, when and why did you become a secret agent? What was it about the program that first led you to it to begin with?
Yeah, so when I first joined Secret Network, I actually was watching a video, or I think it was Coin Bureau video about privacy projects, and Secret was featured. So I kind of started doing my research then, and it was around the time that Brendan, who's one of my colleagues now, was revamping the Secret Agents program at the time. So I got in at a time when they were doing a big revamp and kind of yeah, basically I wanted to learn more about the network. I wanted to meet the community, and the OGs like Brendan, Patrick, Muke, and Stefan. They just kind of took me in and taught me an incredible amount of information in such a short amount of time, and I just really felt at home within the community at the Secret Agents program. I felt like they were happy to teach me, even though I didn't know everything. I hardly knew anything at that point, really, in terms of what secrets, all the terminology and things like that. So yeah, they really took me in, took me under their wing, and yeah, I felt like I kind of wanted to help them in their mission with all the skills that I'd learned over the years.
And you came to this new, right? You didn't have a background in crypto or Web3 at all. So you really did get training from the ground up. That's to look at where you are now versus where you were when you came here just what, a year ago now? That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah,
That's
I guess so.
crazy.
I was involved in Bitcoin and Dogecoin and things like that when they first started, many years ago. But I didn't really take it seriously at the time, and I ended up losing my wallet and all that kind of stuff, and just left the whole of crypto industry for years and years. Didn't pay any attention to it, and then yeah, it started. It was really big during the last bull run in 2020, end of 2020, going into 2021. I started paying more attention then. I was like, oh, actually, these guys have got smart contracts now, and they've got applications that they can build on top of chains and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, how can we bring this into what I'm doing with product development? And yeah, that's how I kind of started down the journey again, back into the world of cryptocurrency, and now, as we call it, Web3.
It's amazing how privacy is. We sometimes equate the word privacy to our hook. It's how we uh, talk to people and use the privacy point as a means of communication, right? But honestly, it's not really a hook, it's a real world issue. I mean, all you have to do, kids, is look at social media any day of the week and see the constant debates about privacy in our world. It's insane. And the fact is, the secret is absolutely solving for privacy. um, so talking about how you got here, why you got here, okay, what are you doing behind the scenes currently to support Secret Network through the Secret Agents program?
Yeah, so I coordinate agents all over the world now to fight for privacy in Web3. I help a lot of people to make the first step into a career with Web3 as well. That's a big focus of the secret agency now, is to because nobody explains this stuff. Like, nobody tells you, okay, in a decentralized community, you kind of have to use your own initiative, build up a reputation, help other people, then they help you, and then you kind of get more and more opportunities, which is what happened to me, because of the people that taught me. Um, but nobody tells you that, so I can try and disseminate that information and go to a lot of universities, do a lot of grassroots level stuff in my city. So I joined we call it the Web3 family, and we do a lot of events, pretty much one every week, going from like beginner just to the first kind of built and making the first wallet and doing the first DeFi swap, to really advanced stuff, talking about different matters of privacy, encryption, and different stuff that's going on the very bleeding edge of the space.
I was going to ask you what projects you've been involved with, but it sounds like that's a pretty good answer. And man, I'm telling you, you've come up in a relatively quick, short amount of time, but you've come up very high in the ecosystem. because you are one of the leads for sure for this program. And honestly, when we talk about the leaders of the secret agent program, it's you and Brendan. I mean, and there are plenty of other great coordinators doing a lot of good work all over the world, but you're definitely highly thought of in the space. And again, everyone, to just illustrate one of the main points we're trying to make here today is that, Skrilla came to us with a little bit of knowledge, not a lot of technical know-how perhaps, and look where he is right now in the secret network ecosystem. It's crazy.